There's a picture of me from some years back next to some graffiti that says, Ich bin ein Monster. And for those of you who aren't familiar with German, that simply means I am a monster. I asked my friend to take a picture of me in front of the tag, and I smiled through it and thought the pic was mad cute, but held the thought and am still holding the thought. And the thought, am I a monster? We all make bad choices and also aren't defined by those choices, unless you're systemically criminalized, which in that case, you are defined by those choices, even if it's not you doing the defining. I happen to be privileged in that I'm only semi-criminalized and only in certain geographies at that, so there's a lot that I can get away with. The weight of knowing your wrongs go without consequences is heavy, but it's also pretty fucked up that we have to feel bad about not being retaliated against by a system that tells us we need to be excommunicated to learn in the first place. We are made to feel guilty in this world for not being excluded, and I can't help but wonder what that guilt is doing for our collective ability to hold hurt. We end up having to be our own first responders to the harm that harmed us, that made us harm another, and I feel my skin getting thicker, my fur in greater knots. Ich bin ein Monster. I recently took a job working on a digital organizing project at the intersection of anti-racism and nonviolence. Social media is ein Monster and a pit of assumption that quite frankly depletes humans of their nuance, and so I've been finding myself lately fearing the repercussion of advocating for nonviolence over it. Nonviolence in the sacred nooks of human nuance involves a deep understanding of violence. A deep understanding that violence and nonviolence are tethered together, and nonviolence can't be practiced without a deep knowledge and respect of the other. And while I rationalize the latter, I keep thinking in this position, who might be looking at me as if I'm a monster, and who am I performing for if I let this question halt my action and my knuckles protrude and my feet drag prints across maps? My violent self or my nonviolent self, both sides, have repeated the statement in cannons on cannons on cannons. Ich bin ein Monster, ich bin ein Monster, ich bin ein Monster. If I am angry, I am a monster. If I hurt you from that anger, I am a monster. If I feel guilt from my hurting you, I am a monster. If I ask for us to heal together, I am a monster. If I heal in solitary, well, I don't know if that's healing, so it looks like I have some owning to do, but maybe if I keep this up, I'll start hibernating for the winter, let people know that my sleeping body isn't anything to fear in the first place. I'm a monster. Ich bin ein Monster. I am a monster. It's not my fault that I became one, I swear.